Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is too tempting. England midfielder won't be able to resist Liverpool offer. Liverpool strengthened in practically every position other than central midfield last summer. We saw sporting director Richard Hughes lavish the squad with around £450 million worth of spending, including British record deals for both Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak. However, Arne Slot has largely got the same midfield options at his disposal as he did during the 2024-25 Premier League title-winning season. The Reds boast Ryan Gravenberch as first choice in the no-6 position, while Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, and the lesser-used Wataru Endo round out Liverpool's senior crop of midfielders, Liverpool looking at Elliot Anderson. It would be no surprise to see the Anfield club move for a midfielder in the next couple of windows, given the strain placed on Gravenberch in particular last season. And one name coming into focus is that of 22-year-old England international Elliot Anderson. Having joined Nottingham Forest from Newcastle in a £35 million deal last summer, the midfielder has grown in stature over the course of the past year. He is among the Tricky Tree's most important players, with his form placing him on the radar of Three Lions manager Thomas Tuchel ahead of the 2026 World Cup. And now, according to a new report in TBR Football, Forest fear losing Anderson to Liverpool, with the Reds said to be monitoring Anderson. Liverpool offer, too tempting for Anderson. He is on Manchester United's radar, whilst we understand that Liverpool and Tottenham have also been keeping tabs on his progress, the report reads. Liverpool plan to sign a defensive midfielder in the upcoming transfer windows. Ryan Gravenberch has emerged as one of the best in the number 6 position in world football, but Arne Slot feels he is lacking top-quality depth in the position. Brighton and Hove Albion star Carlos Baleba is believed to be high on the shortlist, but the Premier League champions could very well turn their interest to Anderson. This would represent a significant blow for Forest, as the prospect of competing for trophies, including the Champions League, could prove too tempting for Anderson to turn down. Isak and Anderson reunion? Anderson is out of contract in 2029 at the City Ground, meaning the two-time European champions are well protected from a transfer fee perspective. But as the chase for Alexander Isak showed last summer, what Liverpool want they usually get. If they formalise their interest in Anderson, then he could well be tempted to follow his former Newcastle teammate to Anfield. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Our second news is £7 million player says Liverpool almost sold him for Real Madrid. It was all agreed. There have been infamous Liverpool to Real Madrid transfers, but there was one surprising one that never materialized. Last summer, the Reds rebuilt their squad with some new signings for over £400 million, with some familiar stars leaving the club for different challenges, as Anfield was introduced to some fresh faces. Trent Alexander-Arnold's move to Madrid was one of the most high-profile moves and caused an angry response from fans, given how the contract situation panned out compared to Mohamed Salah's and Virgil van Dijk's. His transfer to the Spanish Giants was not a surprise to supporters but a disappointment given his stature at the club and the fact that he was a boyhood player. However, he was not the only Scouser to move to the European side, with Steve McManaman one of those who made the move. The two highest-profile swaps were Michael Owen and Xabi Alonso, who both went on to have successful runs once they left Liverpool. Jermaine Pennant almost moved to Real Madrid. Surprisingly, there was one other player who was never able to make his move over to Los Blancos, and that was former winger Jermaine Pennant. A part of Rafa Benitez's squad, the former Birmingham City player had some good performances in a red shirt but was never able to reach his potential or feature in Benitez's plans. Pennant left the club for Real Zaragoza in 2009, but it was not the first Real he was linked with, as a previous window almost saw him move to the Spanish capital. Speaking on his Wildcard podcast with Jermaine Jenas, the 42-year-old revealed that he was almost in a Madrid shirt but Juan de Ramos stopped his move. He explained, Real Madrid. I was going to Real Madrid, and Juande Ramos, Juande, killed it. Absolute punk. I was at Liverpool my last year. I think it might even have been January time. My agent at the time called me and goes, right, Liverpool have accepted a bid from Real Madrid. Do you want to go? And I said, well, first thing I said, which is understandable. Well, I didn't want to go for peanuts. I said, what are they offering? And then it's something that goes, but listen, I've been speaking to them, and you may not be a starter. They want something for the bench. I was like, I want to be playing. Because if I don't play, my head goes. I'm just a bit of a loose cannon when I'm not playing. I start veering off for different adventures. The former Madrid manager Ramos was said to be at fault for the decision to pull the transfer, as Pennant explained the deal was all but agreed without the express permission of the Spaniard. Yeah, I know. And I think if I'm in Real Madrid, it will be carnage. And it was all agreed. And then it got pulled. The reason why it got pulled because the decision got done by the Sporting Direct. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Our last news is club figures divided over possible Liverpool transfer raid as alternative emerges. Liverpool centre-back Ibrahima Konate is reportedly being monitored as a transfer target for Real Madrid, though there is some internal debate within the club about the deal. Konate is in the final year of his Liverpool contract and could be one of the most tempting free agents on the market next summer. The France international has been a key player for Liverpool, and it's easy to imagine him proving a fine signing for Real, especially if he could arrive on a free transfer. Still, it seems not everyone inside the Bernabeu is convinced about the signing, according to ESPN. The report states that there is some internal debate about Konate at Madrid, with Castello Luquiba, another defender the club are considering. What next for Ibrahima Konate as free transfer looms? Konate is yet to agree a new Liverpool contract, and this could present a big opportunity to Real and other major clubs. The 26-year-old has been an important player for LFC, and they will surely keep on pushing to tie him down to a new deal in the weeks and months ahead. From January 1st onwards, Konate can start negotiating a move for next season with clubs outside England. This doesn't give Liverpool that long to sort out his future, and this will give fans bad memories of how the Trent Alexander-Arnold saga ended up playing out, Liverpool looking at Konate replacements. As exclusively reported for the Daily Briefing here, Liverpool are already starting to plan for life without Konate in case he rejects any new contract offers and decides to move on. Marc Guéhi was a target in the summer, and now there's also some interest in Barcelona's Ronald Araujo as another option in that position. Still, many Liverpool fans would surely rather see a solid and reliable talent like Konate staying put. Perhaps if Real Madrid aren't entirely sure about the signing, that could give Liverpool a boost when it comes to trying again to persuade him to stay. Stay tuned for more updates on LFC Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more LFC Transfer HQ news. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.